Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh tubers. JBuzzsaw79. Unfortunately, my computer's having some problems, and so once I got that taken care of, my camera had problems, and so I have been forced to currently use my phone quick to load some videos I've tried several times with. So I'm going to get right into it here. Basically, this here is going to be my deck profile on my new Relinquished deck. So here we go. Get right into it here. Of course, you do run the 3 Relinquished, because why wouldn't you? Relinquished is really good. So yeah, there's 3 of them. Like this, I suppose. One right there. Yeah. So Relinquished, basically, those of you that don't know, he can steal a monster, and he gains attack and defense equal to that monster's attack and defense. If he were to be destroyed, you can destroy the equipped monster instead. So really cool there. Really good effect. Any battle damage you take with that monster, your opponent also takes the same amount. So kind of a cool effect. Then you're running... The camera's going to refocus here. 3. The Yugioh of 10,000 Hands. He is basically your Stratos on normal summoner flip. He goes ahead and searches you out. Excuse me. I have allergies too. Searches you out either a ritual monster or ritual spell card at your choice. So you kind of, whatever ritual deck you ever run, you kind of want to run at least some copies of these. I run the 3 because it's too good not to, as far as I'm concerned. I am running 2 Effect Veiler. The main reason why is because people are going to try to go out of their way to target Relinquish at every possible option that they can. A lot of that is going to be through monster effects, especially with Judgment Dragon still not being restricted at all, which I think is still silly. They're going to try to, Judgment Dragon out and do whatever, or if they have Chaos, they'll target them with the Chaos monsters. Anything you can possibly think of, they're going to try to get rid of Relinquish at every step. So to try to help slow that down, and run in the pair of Effect Veilers for that support. 2 Koku the Ghost Destroyer. Koku just really helps with the lock that's in his deck, which I'll get into a little bit later on, but that's the second reason he's in there. He's also an 1800 beater. His effect, my opponent cannot remove cards from the grave, so against another Chaos deck, this is really good. People that try to set their deck graves up for stuff, like Bujin players, it cripples them out too. Zombie players, vampires, another really good combo that stops. So yeah, really, really good card for that. Next up, I'm running 2 right now. Release here of the Ritual of Rites, Rituals. There we go. When you use it to summon Relinquish, as long as Relinquish is on the field, your opponent cannot special summon any monsters. So that's really good. Really good effect, but you have to banish it to do that. So only while it's in the grave. There's lots of ways to get out of the grave with this deck. 2 Breaker. I'm not running any MST in this deck right now, so I'm running a pair of Breaker, and I'm also running 2 Lila. They're both against spellcaster support because they're spellcasters themselves, so that's actually good for this deck. They're both level 4. See, there actually is a lot of level 4 in here, so you can go ahead and do a lot of Ixies into 4s. The main one you want to do in this deck is actually Laval Chain. You Laval Chain the releaser into the grave that way, so it's really good. Yeah, that gives you the ability to do a lot of stuff with both her and Breaker. So you actually, in essence, have minimum of 4 or more MSTs. And these, I may change these up a little bit, but again, also they can get removed for chaos cards, so that's really good. 2 Summoner Monks. Summoner Monk is really good because I can go ahead and pitch a spell to search. My favorite one to pitch right now is Black Illusion Ritual. You pitch back Illusion to Summoner Monk, you go get Lila. You can tap Lila then. That's a joke for Magic players. Use her effect to put her in defense mode, destroy a spell or trap card, and then you can overlay into Laval Chain to send the release of rituals to the grave. Or you can also do you can go into Arc. A couple different plays you can do, and like if you did Arc, even you do Summoner Monk into Lila, do that Arc. After Arc snatches, you can go ahead and then overlay into a Chaos Monster. So really good play. Next up, 2 Armageddon Knights. These I don't know about. I'm just trying them in there for right now, see what I think of them. Armageddon Knight's really good. Mainly, again, you grab him with Summoner Monk. His effect goes off. You ditch, release her to the grave that way, and then you overlay off of that. So, it's a really good play. Next up, I am running 1 Ryle because he's the god of lockdown. He would cripple me a little bit, but I can play around him, so it actually puts more pressure on my opponent than what I get back from it. Violent Prison, because I'm just trying this out, but really to get Stardust out, if you get Stardust Dragon out with Relinquish after removing, that's really, really good. If they try to destroy Relinquish or anything else, you can just offer up Stardust, so they have to basically run over or banish Stardust, which will be really hard for them, because with Relinquish out with Stardust, you already took away their biggest monster, more than likely. And you can get this out easily by using Summoner Monk, Violent Prison, sync off of it for 8. So, and you can do any other level 8 plays too, because then you can Chaos Summon again from that. So, speaking of Chaos, I do run 2 Sorcerers. I would run a 3rd Sorcerer if they'd let me, but they don't. I also run the boss monster, Mr. Black Looster Soldier. Alright, moving on to spell cards. And the major one we're going to start out with first is, yes, the Secret Village of Spellcasters. Why? If you have a spellcaster out, your opponent does not, they cannot activate spells. And if I don't have a spellcaster out, I can't activate spells. Mainly as the first effect, because you put Koku out with this card, wow. First turn, what are they going to do against that? Not really. They have to try to overpower Koku, and they're probably not going to do that. So, really good play, opening hand. Or at all, really, but, with Relinquish, that's a lock. So, can't special summon, can't play spells. 2 Black Illusion Ritual. And now, the reason why I actually suggested about ditching this earlier, because this is how you summon Relinquish, in case nobody knows, is to prepare the rites. Because in return, then you can go ahead and do is ditch it for Summoner Monk. You do his thing for the search. Okay. Then you play preparing the rites. You can get back your Black Illusion Ritual, and then you summon Relinquish off of it, so you don't, really lose anything off of it. So, I am running a pair of Duality, just trying to get some consistency in there. I think it's a really good play. Yeah, you can't special summon, but you can, really set up your next play, and I think that's much more worth it than anything else. I'm currently running 2 Body of Shield, again, because once I get Relinquish out, everybody has his man on to try to, blow him up, and I understand it. So, 1 Allure of Darkness, because you got a lot of darks in there. 1 Gold Sarf, because, it's Gold Sarcophagus, why not? Lets you basically set up for 2 turns from now and get yourself ready for making your push, defending yourself, or whatever. So that's all the spells. I only run 3 traps, and yes, they're all 3 Royal Decree. So in essence, if I get Royal Decree out, Caster Village, and Relinquish after using Release or Rights out, here's what happens. You cannot special summon. You cannot use traps. You cannot activate spells. I can steal your monster. If I get Stardust out, I contribute Stardust to protect from effects. And if I get Koku out, you cannot remove stuff from the graves. So just this big, massive lot coming off of all this. So that's my new Relinquished deck 2.0. Please feel free to thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you don't. Now that I got even this working for me, I will start doing deck profiles again. So yeah, I'll have another one up with this one. So watch for that. And please go ahead, share this with your friends. If you don't want to subscribe to my channel, that's fine. I don't ask for people to subscribe. Of course, I'm not against it, but at least try to share the videos to the community. And thanks a lot for watching. I will see you next time.